This is the type of excavator involved in last week's deadly accident that killed 2 construction workers.
The home collapsed and killed a shoring worker trapped underneath. Emergency workers rushed to the scene, but there was nothing that would save the 32-year-old.
Today, workers are back on the job, mourning the loss of their friends. It's an accident safety experts say could have been prevented if proper safety procedures had been followed.
A man was able to climb on top of one of the cars
and was electrocuted by a live power line in front of dozens of horrified spectators.
3 people are dead. One source close to the investigation tells us the worker responsible for this tragedy was texting at the time of the crash.
A chemical explosion at a plant today leaves 1 man in critical condition.
Okay, so the question today is, why safety? I know some of you are tired of hearing me go on about this, so this presentation is especially for you. And some of the answers are your health, obviously, number 1. You never know what's going to happen. Sometimes this stuff, a lot of folks don't think it can happen to them, but it happens every day. People are not.
Are you okay with Brian shadowing you today? I need Andy for something else.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Keep an eye on him. He's pretty green.
Some of the answers are obviously your health. That's number 1. Number 2, finances. You don't want anything, God forbid, funeral costs.
Morning.
Health costs are expensive.
So Jake says I'm shadowing you today.
Number 3, your family. How many of you guys have kids? So you understand safety. They want to see you come home safe.
You got everything you need?
Pretty sure, yeah.
All right, let's take a look.
These people want to see you come home safe. What you do here, that you get home safe.
That's weird, the way you remember things after something bad happens. Like that. That was the last time I used my phone with my right hand, or did anything with my right hand, really. That's definitely the last time I ever thought these presentations our safety instructor Roland insisted on giving were overkill. In fact, that was the last safety seminar I was in the audience for. I'm also pretty sure that's the last time my wife and I actually enjoyed talking to each other. Now that you know something bad's coming, you're probably watching me like a hawk, right? Has he got the right PPE on? What's he about to do or not do to screw up his life? You'll see.
It's a little insulting, don't you think?
What do you expect? You want a PowerPoint presentation on why safety's not important?
That's not what I mean. Look, you wouldn't show a pilot footage of an airplane crash saying, hey, this is bad, don't do this, right? I mean, it's part of the job description, man, I get it, you know? And that whole family angle they're coming with today, I got a pregnant wife at home, right? She shows me ultrasound footage every day.
Oh, yeah. I know.
I get it, man.
Hey, man, if that's the worst we got to complain about this gig, that they're griping at us about being too safe, I mean, you could ask for worse.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You gotta be kidding me.
What?
Oh.
What's wrong with the sniffer?
I left the probe. My bad, bro.
Why safety? Right?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, it's a waste of time. They have us doing this every day.
Funny man, funny man. You got me. You got me. Look, I'm gonna run back and get it.
Right there. See, I busted his chops just enough for him to do what he was supposed to do. In fact, I should have made him go. Thing was, it would have taken him at least 20 minutes. I promised my wife I'd pick the kids up. It was time I didn't have. Scratch that. It was time I didn't want to sacrifice to do this stupid BS. So, I made a call.
Hey, Brian.
Yep.
And don't worry about it. I mean, for the future, yeah, worry about it. I mean, we gotta have it on us. But for right now, let's get this done. They've been washed. I think they've even been tested. Technically, yeah, we're supposed to test them again. But technically, gets me in trouble with my wife when I don't get my kids from Little League, all right? We're turning these into trash cans, man. Yeah. All right, let's go. This right here, it's the only sniffer we're gonna need today.
And that is the stupidest thing I have ever said in my whole life. Ever. And this is the last moment I ever felt that the rest of my life was still ahead of me. The last moment I was able to think about everyone I loved and everything I cared about without feeling the shame and guilt of being a burden. Once you know you've survived, the first thing you feel is embarrassment. I'm gonna get fired, you think.
Someone call 911.
You want to get up and walk it off, start fixing the problem.
Where's Brian?
Come on, buddy. Don't move.
But then
Don't move.
you start to see how everybody's looking at you.
You're gonna be all right. Hang in there.
With sadness and pity, fear,
Someone call 911.
expressions you've never seen any of these guys ever have. Then, the pain. That was the last day Brian's 2-year-old girl, unborn son, had a father. The last day his wife had a husband.
To the hospital, all right? On 3, we're gonna roll them over. 1, 2, 3.
All this safety stuff you watch, survivors always talk about the pain being unimaginable, their regrets, how they want to go back in time and do stuff differently. Well, no kidding. What makes all of this so messed up, knowing it didn't have to turn out this way. Knowing I could have prevented what happened to Brian, to his family, to my family. If I just let Brian go get the probe like he wanted to, the sniffer would have detected that there'd been gas in the barrel. If I'd even taken a second to just smell the barrel with my own nose, like I said I would. If. Every look in the mirror at a face you lost. Why safety? When the doctor tells you that nothing from your waist down is going to work again, and you see in your wife's eyes that while she'll make the sacrifice as best she can, it's not gonna last.
That's all you do is drink beer. You
Yeah,
don't need
because it
anymore.
helps.
I try to help you 24/7. That's all I ever do is try to help you.
I'm so sorry to be an inconvenience.
When your daughter's grades plummet from A's to C's and D's, and she spends more time crying in her room alone than Facebooking and Candy Crushing or whatever the hell you used to get aggravated with her about, why safety? When your wife leaves you and her new boyfriend takes your son on his first fishing trip because you had a skin graft scheduled, and you were too doped out anyways on pills to even bait a hook, why safety? When you have an hour's worth of voicemails from a boss who has as much guilt as you do, maybe more, asking himself what more he could have done, which just makes you feel more guilty, like you let him down. Why safety? When you can't stop imagining the moment Brian's wife got that awful phone call, that her husband was killed in an accident. Like he needed a reminder that any day now, some poor girl is going to be the only set of arms welcoming a newborn into this world. That the future for this beautiful family was cut short because of a decision I made. In literally less than 1 second, your future goes from something you look forward to something you have to manage. You find yourself making fewer plans and thinking more about your past. The time you were spending waiting for something great to happen, that was actually the best it ever was. These are the moments that should fill you with gratitude, but that's not what you feel. So the next time you're thinking how lame a presentation is that has the nerve to ask you, why safety? And the next time you're thinking about cutting corners to save a little time, or thinking, nah, it could never happen to me, just remember this face that I'm haunted by every single day of my life. Yeah, safety was a big inconvenience for me that day. Today, I'm living in a nightmare because of it. And that is why safety. That's why safety.